Sleep. Very relaxed. Okay, now, Rebecca has probably never touched alcohol in her life. Okay, thank you. That just confirmed it. Rebecca, I want you to just imagine me handing you a glass of wine. And you can imagine holding that glass of wine. And it's funny, as you hold that glass of wine, you can feel the coolness in your hand. And as you think about it, the idea of it tastes nice, you know, a lovely white wine. And you can almost imagine the condensation on the glass. And in fact, if you lift it to your lips and you sip that wine, you'll taste it so nice. And I want you to drink it all down in one go. That's it, it's good. And then you put it down again. Okay, now, let's just fill that glass of wine up again. Now, in a moment, you're going to drink another glass of wine. But now, think about it. When you throw it, you feel it going down into your tummy, don't you? And have another glass, that's it. And as you drink it down, it gets right down. You feel the cold sensation moving down your throat, right down into your tummy. Now then, after a couple of glasses, you start to feel it in your head, don't you? And you start to feel it. Where do you feel it after your head? In your arms, right? And then whereabouts do you feel it? In your tummy, yeah. Now, after a little while, you feel it in your shoulders, and you feel it in your head again. And you know, then you start to get a little bit dizzy, don't you? Yeah. And the more and let's have another moment. Let's just fill that glass up again. And all right, Rebecca, how do you feel? It's good, eh? Okay, I'm going to tell you a joke, Rebecca. I'm going to tell you a joke. We don't have any people who are dwarfs or midgets or elves today, do we? Okay, I'm going to tell you a joke. It's funny how these jokes are good, aren't they? Okay, this dwarf goes into a bar. He stands up at the bar and he says, I'll have a pint of beer. So he pulls the beer. It's good. He pulls the beer. The barman pulls the beer, puts it on the bar, and he says, that's $1.17. So he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out 95 cents. And the dwarf puts that 95 cents on the bar and then starts drinking the beer. And the barman says, what's this? It was $1.17. And the dwarf said, I'm sorry, I'm a little short.
Such a good one.
Sleep. Why don't you have another drink, dear? Okay, now I want you to imagine that glass of wine filling up again, glug, 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 glug. And then you start lifting it towards your mouth. And you start drinking it now, and oh my goodness. Oh boy. Now I did notice, I think, when I was driving up an RCMP detachment. So nobody who's in hypnosis at the moment is ever going to get in a car with anybody who's drunk. I want you to remember that. Ever. You never get in a car with anyone who's drunk. But now for Rebecca now, what she's going to do is she's going to try and walk along, in a moment, the straight line of this microphone cable. And the trouble is, Rebecca, having drunk about 4 glasses of wine, there's no way you're going to be able to do this. But you are going to try your hardest, and when you start to fail, you're going to start to laugh. And you're going to keep a straight face because you're going to imagine that I am the RCMP officer who's asked you to walk along the line. And open your eyes now. Okay, now, young lady, if you'd like to just, yeah, right, okay. On the line, please, my dear. Okay. Okay. Now, I don't know what they teach you at Goof Point School, but sleep. Totally relaxed. Now, this is the serious bit of this show. Everybody who's in hypnosis, you will never ever get in a car with anybody who's intoxicated driving. Okay? That's a good one, isn't it? Now, I'd like Rebecca to go back to a chair, and you can go back to your chair at the back there and sit down, and you feel sober and you feel fine. Now, how do you feel?
Good.
Okay, have a seat. No hangover, right? Isn't that cool? Now, imagine, half the girls I've ever dated, they think they were going out on a drink, getting the champagne, getting everything else. Not a thing. Not a thing. I am a really cheap date. Okay, guys.